Good
We are joined
evening
by
from the
Ses Jalon
Philippines.
and sorry, kaming ano dito nag-aagawan pa. Okay. Go ahead, attorney. Ano po ang inyong reaction sa naging presentation ni Kaufman?
Well, una muna, mabuti-buti na majority naman medyo legal arguments na hindi na mga political propaganda. Pero mahina pa rin na banggit niya ng mga punto sa ebidensya. As predicted, sabi naman namin dati pa, pag may trial, mahirapan talaga sila kasi wala silang ebidensya na magpapatunay na wala siyang kinalaman sa drug war. At nakita kanina yon sa presentasyon ng depensa, actually, halos wala silang sinasite na ebidensya nila. Ang ginawa nila, binabakbak na lang nila o inaatake na lang nila ang ebidensya ng prosecution. So basically, I think kung may trial, ganun na rin lang naman. Hindi na rin sila magbe-present ng sarili nilang ebidensya to prove that innocent si President Rodrigo Duterte, kundi sabihin lang nila may mali doon sa prosecution. So basically, at least napunta na rin sa legal ang majority ng sinabi, pero hindi pa rin palpalakas ang kaso ng depensa dito.
Angela, if I may
Go ahead.
interject a question for
Go ahead.
Attorney
Yes po.
Colmenares. Ipinakita ni Attorney Kaufman yung PNP Procedural Manual which defines neutralization. Na sinasabi niya
Yes.
doesn't necessarily mean to kill, but really self-defense and only meant to subdue a suspect, not kill. Anong masasabi niyo doon?
It's possible kasi hindi naman pwedeng sabihin sa isang legal na dokumento that to neutralize means i-kill mo kahit na walang kalaban-laban. But the fact that that's the manual doesn't mean they're following the word neutralization kasi may pakahulugan sila doon. In the same manner, parang nag-take ng oath si President Duterte to abide with the Constitution. The Constitution doesn't mean killing because that's how the prosecution was able to expose that. In any case, sabi ng prosecution, halimbawa, sabihin nyo pa na, sige, ang neutralize, hindi yan yung policy, hindi yan yung order. Ang daming public statements din ni President Rodrigo Duterte as to the order. So the neutralization debate is a part lang, secondary part, but the main issue talaga ng prosecution, you order the killings, you encourage the killings by promising pardon or amnesty, and you funded the killings by promising rewards.
But don't you think it would have helped kung nag-decide ang Supreme Court no dun sa Tanoy case about the meaning of neutralization?
Well, it would have been good, but I think that even the Supreme Court is talos in the sense na paano mo define yung neutralization kasi is a military term sa totoo lang. It's an intelligence term eh. It's not a normal term of others. Sila na nakaintindi niyan dati. Pero sa pagtingin ng karamihan, when you say the word neutralization, ibig sabihin yan, patayin mo eh. That's what I believe in.
Sinabi nyo din, ang ginagawa ni Attorney Kaufman ay winawakwakan yung presentation ng prosecution.
Yes.
Ang sabi niya,
Yes.
walang connecting line, walang interaction, walang evidence na nagpo-prove na
Yes.
yung mga co-perpetrators ay nagpulong at pinag-usapan itong common plan na ito. What do you say to that?
Yes, medyo mahina yan, alam mo, Ses. Kasi una, there was no common plan kasi wala daw proof ang prosekusyon na sinabi na nag-meeting itong 8 o 9 na to, tapos nag-agree sila. Doesn't have to be that way. Walang ganong requirement sa rules. Ang pwedeng requirement sa rules, kausapin ni President Duterte si Bato at si Aguirre. O ito, ang common plan, agree. Kausapin niya naman si Albayalde at they don't need to meet. But the fact na mayroong kill sa public statements, tapos libo-libo ang namamatay sa buong Pilipinas for so many years, wala palang common plan yon. So ano ibig sabihin nun? May mga individual lang palang mga pulis na may problema sa utak, na pumatay lang sila ng libo-libo kasi galit lang sila sa mundo. That is the only explanation kasi kung walang common plan eh. This was a random killing of so many policemen all over the country, killing people or drug addicts. No, I don't think the court will buy that. The court will rescind. Nag-uusap kayo kasi very organized at systematic yung pagpatay sa buong Pilipinas. For so many years, pinoproteksyonan nyo pa na hindi ma-prosecute at hindi makulong yung mga marami sa mga perpetrators.
Attorney, to Cesar's point, no, may debate rin kasi sa evidence, circumstantial versus direct evidence. So, ang sinasabi ni Attorney Kaufman is parang puro circumstantial evidence, but wala kayong bodies, wala kayong direct line, broken line lang. Ano pong masasabi dito? Ano bang klaseng evidence ang kailangan na ilabas no, dito sa pre-trial stage para mapunta tayo doon sa trial stage at ma-confirm yung charges?
I think it's up for the defense to convince the court na hindi mapakita na si Duterte instructed a particular hitman para patayin yung particular victim, therefore, wala na siyang kinalaman. Defense ang mag-prove niyan kasi crime against humanity ito. Ang ibig mo sabihin, parang 7,000 ang namatay. Kailangan may 7,000 orders si President Duterte sa 7,000 hitmen para patayin yung 7,000 na individuals. Iyon ang hinahanap ni Kaufman. I think he will lose that kind of argument sa court. Kasi crime against humanity, attack on the civilian population. Yung argumento niya, hindi naman whole population yun. Para sa akin, parang na-minimize naman yung sufferings ng victims dito. Maliit na bahagi lang yun. Hindi naman yung whole population. Wala mang requirement ang ICC na whole population yung birahin mo eh. So, para sa akin, mahina pa rin yun for me. And I think, kailangan niya talagang kumbinsihin ng court na walang direct na ano. I mean, pag tinignan mo si Hitler, did Hitler order a certain sergeant to kill the Jews? I don't think so. Wala naman. Doon naman niya nag-usap-usap sa taas, tapos ini-implement yan along the way, di ba? So, for me, mahina talaga yan. And I don't think any jurisprudence will support that assertion that you need to really prove that there was an order, the subordinates implemented the order, very clear, and the system of killing continued all over the country in a widespread manner. For me, the court will take it as that. Libo-libo ang namatay, hindi pwedeng namatay lang to ng parang random. May nagutos nito at si Duterte ba yan o hindi? I think the court will be convinced based sa evidence ng prosecution na si Duterte yon and no one else could have done that during the drug war.
Pero may isang araw pa para mag-present si
Yes.
Attorney Kaufman. So sa tingin nyo, based on walang puntos kahit man lang isa?
Well, yun na nga. May nagulat ako kanina sa binanggit niya. Pero parang na bakit niya binanggit yon? Yung sabi niya, maliit lang naman na bagay, minuscule number daw.
Hindi widespread.
Sabi ko, walang threshold na requirement na kailangan 100,000 ang patayin mo. In fact, ang sabi na nga ng prosecution sa opening statement nila, yung 39 incidents meets the threshold. Hindi naman sabihin ng ICC na 7,000 lang pala pinatay mo, hindi pa yung crime against humanity. So, pero ang impact pa doon, not on the legal, kundi parang ang ramdam ng mga biktima, napaka-minimal pala ng kamatayan ng aking 2 anak. Di ba? So that's the first. And second, syempre, dito talaga maling-mali siya. Bakit hindi kayo nagdedemand na imbestigahan ang human rights violation ni Bongbong Marcos? Kahapon lang nagrally kami dun sa sentrum ng Hague para kondenahin ang continuing human rights violation ni President Marcos in the EDSA commemoration kahapon. So mali siya doon. Hindi kasi siya nakadalaw sa Pilipinas, hindi niya alam ang sitwasyon doon. The fact na hindi naghukay sa quarry ni President Duterte sa Davao doesn't mean walang patay doon. Si Dilima nga lang, iimbestigahan lang nga si Duterte, pinapakulong na eh. Pupunta ka pa kaya sa Davao? Mayor si Duterte, huhukayin mo yung quarry. Sinong matapang na gumawa noon? Hindi niya naintindihan yung context na parang sinasabi niya, sabi niya sa prosecution, binaon daw sa quarry. Bakit hindi inimbestigahan ng otoridad? Bakit hindi nila hinukay yung Davao Gulf? Medyo out of this world si Attorney Kaufman if he insists on not reading the actual Philippine conditions.
All right, we thank you so much, Attorney Nery Colmenares, and of course, One News anchor Angela Lagunsad Castro.